What's good, YouTube familiar? This is Chris. Welcome to Gun TV. And today we're going to be talking about the PSA Dagger. So, this bad boy right here, that's what I want to talk about today. There's a lot of you guys out there that are going to hate because it's a PSA product. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of things, let's just make sure that she is clear. You can see there is nothing in the chamber, nothing in the magazine well. Safe direction. We're operating in a safe environment. So, like I was saying, a lot of you guys hate on PSA. There's a lot of you guys out there that hate on PSA. I don't know what the fuzz is. I don't know if it's because you guys are bougie and you don't like to pay less than a certain amount of money for a gun, or you're just one of those people that don't do your own research, don't bother going out there and finding things out for your own and just kind of roll off with whatever you hear from everybody else. Listen, I mean, I can tell you right now, hey, go to this restaurant, it's amazing. You might go there and be like, oh, that's trash. 10 people might tell you it's great, you might think it's trash. I think that goes for everything else. If I don't like something, I'm not gonna trash it just because I don't like it. If I'm trashing something, it's because it truly is trash. Now, given that I have not fired this set firearm right here, I've not had a chance to shoot it. I have shot Dagger before. One of my boys has one. In fact, the same exact color if I'm not wrong. And I shot it and it's a great firearm. I'm not gonna complain. Had no malfunctions. Feels great in the hand. The build quality feels good as well. And let's just be realistic. My goodness, for the price point, and sometimes you get these things on sale. I mean, I'm not gonna say the price online, but if you guys go on PSA, you'll see that they got some really good sales going on, like more than half the time. With that being said, I bought the slide and the frame separately, and obviously it didn't come in with a magazine or anything like that, and I got a really good deal on it. I also gotta say that out of all the research I've done, all the videos I've seen, everybody says the same thing about PSA. Oh, PSA has phenomenal customer service. So I don't know what people are complaining about. I mean, this is a company whose mission statement is, to arm law-abiding Americans, for affordable prices. I think it doesn't get more American than that, and you can't beat that. But let's get into the nitty-gritty of things, right? So, man, off the rip, like out the box, this is a build. Obviously I got accessories on it, I got aftermarket parts on it, not a whole lot of stuff done to it as far as like internals goes actually, but you get front and rear serrations, you get under grip cutout, front guard cutouts. You can't see them because of the weapon light. Obviously those become useless once you have the weapon light, but if you don't rock with a weapon light, you should be good. What else? Suppressor high sights. This one came with a threaded barrel. Obviously this is a different one, we'll get into that. I mean, Glock like controllers, if you're trying to take down the slide, if you're trying to catch the slide, if you're trying to release the mag, pretty much everything is very similar to Glock. In fact, I believe these are modeled after a Gen 3 Glock, right? So I mean, right out the box, you get a whole bunch of features. The magwell, not this one, this is a magwell extension, but the magwell itself, it's flared and it has these two cutouts for like a grip and rip situation where you got to clear malfunction. I mean, the trigger is not the best. You guys can see a lot of mush. It has it doesn't really have a defined wall, I would say. There's that mush, a little take up, and then there's the wall. It's not the best, but it's not, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's the most trash that I've had so far. And the reset is decent, it's positive. I'm not gonna complain. Like I said, especially for the price, I'm not gonna complain. But you got a whole bunch of features. You got a whole bunch of features right out the box. Go look up the price point of this firearm and you'll understand what I'm trying to say. It doesn't get any better than that, especially if you're on a budget and you can't afford to drop, X amount of money on a Glock or a SIG or any other of these, big name companies. I haven't heard a whole bunch of people complaining about this gun, malfunctions, it blew up on my hand, it discharged on its own. I haven't heard any of that stuff with PSA. So to me, that's a great product. Not to mention, like I said before, their customer service is great. I'm sure if you have a lemon and you hit them up, hey, they'll replace it for you. There's no guarantee that you're gonna get something perfect off the box. You know, I'm sure other companies have had, you know, similar issues. And I'm not trying to be an ambassador for PSA, although I wouldn't mind, to be honest. I mean, I think it's a great company, and I wouldn't mind, you know, standing behind a company like this. You know, I own several of their other products. I have heard people say that Dagger Micro has had issues. I personally had several issues with it functioning. I believe it's due to the screws that I had on my optic. I think you have to use the ones that PSA sends out because one is shorter than the other one, and it prevents it from going into the firing hardware. I don't know the exact terminology, but I think it's like the firing pin or the plunger. I'm not sure, but I think that's why those malfunctions were, you know, happening. But other than that, I've haven't heard people complaining. Is this a gun that's probably gonna last, I don't know, 10,000 rounds? I don't know. I mean, I've seen people shoot 1,000 rounds with it and say that it did well. In my opinion, that's awesome. That's great. So getting into what I have in this gun, I have a nightstick. I don't know the exact model. I think this is like a TMW 30FD. I don't know, but this is very similar to the TLR HL1 HD. In my opinion, Nightstick makes phenomenal products too. We're not here talking about Nightstick at the moment, but they do make phenomenal products. I like their weapon lights. Moving on to the barrel. This is a true precision threaded barrel, and it's not fluted, but it does have some cutouts. Nothing crazy. We have a Saber Dagger, I want to say a PSA Saber pistol magwell, and we have a Olight O-sight. This was their first drop, so we have the charger here, and this thing is pretty badass. I'm not gonna get into the details of it because, again, I'm here talking mostly about the Dagger, but that's what I have for a build. And obviously I'm rocking with the +5 Saber magazine extension. Tell me that thing don't look sweet. And I got some goon tape, or I don't know what you guys want to call it, a camo goon tape. That's what I'm rocking with. That's my setup. Man, I mean, like I said, I'm not here to sell you this product. I'm just here to tell you so far my experience with it. It feels great in the hand. The quality build seems pretty good. I do have to say it does have a little bit of play, but I've seen even other brands, bigger name brands, companies, they have a little bit of play too. I'm not gonna start mentioning names right now, but other than that, I mean, the firearm is pretty well built. I am gonna be bringing it to the range hopefully a couple weeks from now. Obviously, I'll bring the footage to you guys. I'm not gonna edit anything out as far as malfunctions and all that stuff. I'm gonna bring it raw and uncut so you guys can see exactly what this gun does. And that's what I have for you guys for today. Let me know down in the comments if you own a Dagger. Let me know if you're thinking about buying one. What's your experience with this gun if you have one, or if you know somebody that has one and you've shot one. And let me know what you guys think overall about, you know, these PSA budget guns. I think honestly, they're great for the price. I'm not gonna complain. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead, subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you get all my content. Like the video, share the video. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Peace.